Good morning, 6/9/23. Today's gonna be a good day. I want to contest the thought of I gotta make it on my own. I don't need nobody. First thing God said in Genesis chapter 1, let us make man in our image. And he goes on to say, let us make male, and God made male and female, and he created them. And then in Genesis 2, God gave man dominion. He gave him territory. He said, keep the garden. And further, he said, it's not good for man to be alone. And in that garden was a lot of resources. So when he said, let man not be alone, man already had a job, man had a place to stay, and he brought a woman with him, a helper. So the man and the woman can help each other and be companions. I would create a companion for him, a helper. And they were both in the garden, and they were not ashamed. And I'm saying that because a lot of us have shame in our relationships. We're ashamed of our past. We're ashamed of things that we did. We don't forgive, meaning we don't start wishing evil on the person in our relationship, even though we stay with them out of convenience or faulty loyalty or just comfort zones. So I look at a lot of these present day thoughts that say you gotta make all this stuff on your own. Well, I mean, if you got a job, and if the woman is able to help, why y'all can't build together? Most successful people have a power couple. Look at the Clintons. Say what you want to say about them. They went through so much stuff in the news, whether it was Watergate, whether it was the Monica Lewinsky thing, whether it was Hillary trying to be the first woman president, whatever it was. They went through a lot of stuff and they still married and they still successful. They ain't filed bankruptcy. They're so, the Cosbys, call it what you want. Say what you want to say. They still together. It's so much power in 2 versus 1. 1 can send 1,000 to flight, 2 can send 10,000 to flight. At what point are you not going to trust what God said to get what God promised, to get it the way he said? So many of us are trying to be out. And it don't even have to be a male-female relationship as much as it is work together in trusted places. And that's the key thing. A lot of us don't trust each other for good reason. A lot of us just do wrong. I ain't saying all of us, but a lot of us do wrong. And sometimes it's hard to come back to restore. And restore don't mean forgive. But it's kind of difficult for some people to get to that point of restoration after situations have happened. They don't want to go through the work of the safeguards, the rebuilding, the renewing the mind, the changing of habits. We lazy. So yeah, I don't need nobody. Well, see how far they get you in life. And when that mainstream of income stops, what then? When your breadwinner chooses to leave you alone and say, hey, don't call me no more, what then? when your lies and your deceitfulness and your refusing to answer the question surface, what then? So at some point you got to grow up and say, I am grown enough, adult enough, mature enough, boss enough to handle the responsibility of being accountable and responsible with somebody else. And guess what? There's freedom in being with a person that's for you, instead of trying to modify and manipulate people who not for you. When you find a person that's for you, you don't have to worry about how you spend, because there's an accountability and we should be responsible with it, but it's not going to be a big deal about how we spend our resources. So for y'all who out there trying to do everything on your own and you do not see the value of partnerships, that's your choice. I'm not even gonna say it's your fault, but at some point you gotta recognize it's tough out here by yourself, and it's always better to have somebody on your team. But some of us are too broken, busted, and disgusted to realize God's way is the best way. Healing is real, and if you take the time to heal with somebody, you can have something better than you could think or imagine. Anyway, y'all have a good day, have a better life, and may you find the person that's for you so you can be your best you. Have a good day.